Hi friends, it's Amy with Renewing Stitches. How are you doing? It is good to see you. Thank you for coming and spending some of your time with me as you watch this Flosstube. Why are these always awkward? I just appreciate y'all. Can I just say that without bumbling over my words? That would be lovely. Welcome if you're new, and thank you, returning viewers, subscribers, commenters, friends. Thank you, friends, for coming back. It's been a productive week, and I've stitched some, just not as much as usual. I think there were 2 days that I didn't stitch this last week, and it's been weird, but it's just been one of those weeks, so nothing bad. It's just a week. So, welcome. It is lovely outside. We have clouds. If you're new, I'm in Northeast Texas, and we have been in regular Texas weather, just hot. Although since last I saw you, it's not been that hot. I think last week it was 104. This week it's just 90s, and it's just regular warm. We are forecasted to get rain this weekend, I hope. It's a pretty good chance. Next week, we're supposed to get down into the 80s for the high, a mid 80 range, and lows in the mid 60s, and that is glorious. That would be probably faux fall for here, because it'll probably go back up to the 90s and then fall for good for a while. Anyway, that's typical, and so I'm thankful for the days like today and days like next week. I'm so excited. So let's see, I don't have any finishes. I have one new start and whips and plans. So hopefully this will be short, and you can get onto your other Flosstubers. There are so many wonderful Flosstubers out there, and so many new ones too that are coming on. So I will hurry up. But thank you for spending time with me. I enjoy interacting with y'all. New start. No finish, no fully finish. New start. I am stitching this with, Sally from Flossy Sews and Crows. She has started this as part of her Fun for 50 Sal that she's doing with Sarah at Sew Me Sarah. Hi, ladies. But this is Sally's start, one of her starts, and I've had this for a while. I'm also stitching with Jill. Hi, Jill. One of our regular commenters here, and so it's Cinnamon Stars. I've had this in my my bucket of things to start for a while. I purchased it back when Laura, Stitching by the Shore, was working on it pretty regularly. She has since finished it. She finished it earlier this year, and every time I see it, I think, oh, I want to stitch it, and I just haven't. But really, you need to start things, right, to finish them. I need to stop starting things. I'm doing this on a piece of 14 count Aida. It's just the cream, the Aida that I had growing up. It's not from growing up, but I have it in my stash. I don't remember where I got it. I probably got it from Hobby Lobby because it was in the little sleeve. Either that, or I got it from a garage sale or secondhand place, Goodwill or something. But it's just the regular ecru color, cream colored stiff Aida that will be loosened up by the time I get through with it, and will also, I think I'm going to spray it with I'm going to spray it with, or dip it maybe in tea, coffee after it's done. So this is what it's supposed to look like when it's done eventually, and this is where I am. I got the first star. Oh, there's my whip go. Sorry. Got the first star done, working on the second one. And let's see if the white will show. It's pretty ecru-y yellow in person. Maybe that's it. Yeah, that's a little better. But it's going to be big. I'm excited. So on a 14 count, it will be 12 inches by 8.5 inches. So 8.5 tall and 12 wide. And fall is really my favorite. So I'm excited. I may have this up all year just because. I've got one little X in here to finish, but that goes with the star down here, so I wasn't going to put it on my needle until I started the quilt. I guess it's a quilt block. No, it's not a block because it's not a square, but the star motif. That's the word I want to use. And when I start this motif down here, I will pop that one stitch in and get there. So on my needle right now is the rest of this color. But that's a small start. I love 14 count. I love any count. I guess I love my favorite count fabric is the one that I'm currently stitching on. For right now, I mean this was fun to start. I don't know why it goes by faster. Why does 14 count go faster than 40? I don't know. Anyway, that was my new start. So yay. Thank you, ladies, for letting me join you or stitching with me. Okay. Next, we're going into whips. This is another Plum Street sampler. This is Heritage sampler. I'm stitching this with my in-person cross stitch ladies. Hi, sweetie friends. Last you saw, I finished the house, and this week I picked up the pumpkin. Oh, and I went down the side a little bit. I finished the strand down the side. So here I had my strand, on my needle was this vine color, so I finished this strand up here. Yes, and then I came over and have the pumpkins. So this one was done, and I did put in 3 full, and I'm working on this one. Not a lot. It was probably, I don't know, a couple hundred stitches, maybe. I was watching, okay, so we're a football family. We're a sports family. We've been watching the preseason games, and preseason has just not felt like preseason. They feel like regular season football games. There have been some good preseason games. It's been fun. So I was stitching this during a preseason game, and I ended up watching more of the game than the stitching, which is fine. But this is where I am. This, I don't know if you can see that. This is a lighter, in person you can see it. It's a lighter pumpkin. I can't remember that color. It's not 822 because the 822 really blends in a lot. 822 was called for in these up here, but I substituted 3865 so it'll show up a little more because on this fabric it really does blend in. So that's where I am. Going to keep going on this. We'll see this again next week. My goal is to finish it this year so we can start a new one next year. Oh, this is 40 count. 40 count Country Mocha Newcastle Linen, and I'm doing 1/2. So that's fun. But it does seem to go slower than the 14 count. I still love it. I love working on this. All right, next whip. I'm doing this with Paula. Hi, Paula. Also a commenter here. We started this last week and I hope to be working on this every week. I would like to have it finished by Christmas. We'll see. This is Angels of Peace and Joy from Sandy Orton designed this. This is from the, as I drop it, sorry, please hold. From the January-February 1995 Cross Stitch and Country Crafts. This is the one I want to do a flip through of that I haven't done. I was going to do it last week and just didn't get to it. So maybe after this I'll go ahead and do the flip through and have it ready to post. I don't know. I've got to get lunch ready for the boys. let's see. So this is 195 stitches high by 135 wide, and I am stitching it on a piece of Earnest Emma from Those Missing Stitches, using all the called for DMCs. And this one you saw was a cream color, which is beautiful. Oh, it's a dark, like an oatmeal, a dark oatmeal. But mine is not. It's blue. But I love it. I would stitch it in either one. I just thought the blue would be different. So last you saw I think I was at F. Somewhere in here. I was like this. This is what was done. So I finished here, and then I went up and did this and went back and matched. So that worked out fine. You can't see the white. There's white snowflakes up here, but in person you can see them. So going to keep working. I'm going to be working on the alphabet next. Well, not next. Continue working on the alphabet. Right here. So just the alphabet and then the row, and then I start on the angels. No, not angels. Doves. I can't see when the screen is so small here, and I don't have this memorized yet. So anyway. Earnest Emma, Those Missing Stitches. It's an 18 count. All the DMC called for. Fun. Okay. What else? Oh yeah. Stacy Nash. Rose Cottage sampler Pinkeep. Every time I see a Pinkeep now, especially Stacy Nash, I think of Celeste Creates. Hi Celeste. I don't know if you watch, but if ever you do, this reminds me of you because you always say that the Pinkeeps are not Pinkeep size. You know, we think of Pinkeeps as something to hold pins, like a tiny pillow. These are not. These are regular pillows and perhaps slightly bigger than a regular Dobo pillow. I mean, and this is, I have this on an 18 count scrap that I dyed. It's just in my scrap. And I'm doing it, I mean, this is not, I'm not even done. This has grass. So I did the grass. Okay, last time you saw, I had the grass done, or I had a little bit left, maybe one line. I don't remember. Or maybe, I don't remember what I did. Oh, I filled in the grass. I had it outlined. That's what I did. And some of it started. So I have the grass done, the dog done, and I started over here with this little tuft or floof of grass, and then the border and the bird. So right here. Yep, that's what I did here. So it's got the blue and the birds down here and an alphabet up here. Oh, and I did, I think I'm just going, well, I don't know yet. I'm still thinking about this. But the size, it's going to have the alphabets, 3 rows, and then the blue down here. So, I mean, that's larger than what I think of as a Pinkeep also, but it's looking so lovely. I still may outline the roof in like a one strand of light brown or something. So that's where I am on that. So that'll keep going. I'll talk about this here in a minute because it goes on with the Whip Go, which was just called. Next, From the Heart, Needleart by Wendy. This is Catherine's little sampler. And I'm stitching this. This is a 14, I think it's a 14, but it's not a traditional cross-stitch fabric. It is a wool scrap that was in my grandmother's stash. I think she had a skirt out of this. And I'm going to be looking for more when I get there to Mama's house. I finished, it had a little bit of the house. I had a little bit of the house to finish. And then I did the fence and a little bit of grass there, did all the green, finished. Now there was maybe a little bit of green left. It really looks dark here, but there you can see it. Okay, so you can see the green and the brown. Anyway, so I finished this, put the side flowers up, and then started on the bowl down at the bottom. So that's where I am. I took this to, my mom had a doctor appointment last Friday, and I took this with me to work on it. Then everything went well. She will be having surgery next week on her shoulder. So, yeah, it'll be fine. It's just, right now it's a bone spur unless it's done something to the rotator cuff. He'll fix it while he's in there, but right now it's a bone spur. So hopefully it'll be quicker healing. My husband had, he had a rotator repair, like a tendon-ish, whatever's in there, a repair with his surgery. And he was in the sling for like 6 weeks. That was a rough go, but it's a lot better now than it was. So, and Mama's shoulder will be a lot better whenever she's done with all that too. So, moving along. The last whip is the Botanical Rebel from Kristin X Stitch on Etsy. That's the shop. Last time I brought it out, it was still available. I believe it's still available. I haven't checked, but this is the Botanical Rebel, and it is black and white, but I'm stitching it in pinks. It's charted for a pink colorway or a blue colorway. So I picked pink, and I'm stitching it on a piece of fabric that I dyed with I don't know what. It is an 18 count. It turned out to be an 18 count after I washed it. So here it is, and you really can't see the pinks, maybe. I went up, I got up here, and I'm coming back down right in here. This will be fun. I hope to hoop this. This is fun. We're fans. We're fans. This is Botanical Rebel. Very fun. It's exciting. Botanical Rebel, and we're going into plans now. Botanical Rebel and the Rose Cottage Sampler and the Shores of Hawkrun Hollow were my whips called for August. And those were the ones that, let me pick this up real quick, sorry. Okay. Those were the ones that I had plugged in for finishes for August. Well, Rose Cottage is going to take a little longer. And Shores I need to bring out. I think I just have the bottle left at the bottom. No, maybe a little bit at the top and then the bottle. I know the bottle's not done. So that was just the one pillow, and I will show that next week because that's in my plan to work this week. Whip Go calls were just made. Jessie Marie Does Stuff just pulled the Whip Goes for September, and the Botanical Rebel is on that one, plus Moon Kitty from Danny. Hi, Danny. And I'll link her below. She has a YouTube and an Etsy. So Moon Kitty and Botanical Rebel and Shores of Hawkrun Hollow, the one pillow I'm doing there, and then the Rose Cottage are all in my to-dos for end of August and into September, the Whip Goes. So I am going to work on those. So that's 4. I can probably finish Moon Kitty. And I can finish Botanical Rebel. It did go by fast. Rose Cottage is going to be a while, and maybe I can finish Shores. The number, I think it's number 10, the block 10, maybe. But that's my plan, to pull those out. These two are here. keep working on those, pull the other two out, Moon Kitty, which you've seen recently, and then pull the shores out. So that's my plan for this next week. Also, Laura, Stitching by the Shore, is starting her I Spy challenge back up. She had paused for the Olympic challenge, the Stitch the Summer Olympics from Naptime Stitcher. So she's starting it up for September, waiting on those prompts. Excited about that. What else? And fall. I may pull out Autumn Lane. I didn't get as much, I think I told you I didn't get as much stitching done as I did this. I didn't get as much stitching done this past week as I wanted to, so hopefully I will get more into what I have plenty of projects this time, but I want to make a bigger dent in those. So that is all. Let's see. When will I see you again? This is the 27th. I'll see you in September. Wow, September 3rd, right? Yes, and I have some September starts that I want to start. Oh yes, okay, so we're going to stitch the Wendy of Wendy's Whimsical Stitches here on Flosstube. We're going to start the another bird from the Prairie Birds, and in September I'm starting Winter Rose Manor with my in-person friends, and we're starting the Denise from Black Ribbon Stitch Studio. Hi Denise. We're starting Mary Englebright. I don't know if I showed y'all that. I have that right here. I have been kitting it up slowly but surely. So I got this book and I thought of her because she loves to do Mary Englebright, and she has this book too, and I asked her, is there anything we can stitch together in this? And she's done most of the book. It's just glorious. But we are going to start, she hasn't done this one, so we're going to start, it's called Be Happy, and this is the one. This is the one right here. And it says, most folks are about as happy as they make up their minds to be, and it's a quote from Abraham Lincoln. So that's what we're going to stitch together. So I'll be starting that in September. Thinking about 2025. I really want to do more magazine stitches because I have so many that as I've done the flip throughs, I have so many that I'd like to stitch. I also want to do Stitch a Book, Mud Creek Stitcher. Tara, hi Tara. She's starting a 2025 project of stitching through an entire book. She's going to do the Blackbird Winds of Autumn. I'm looking at that one too. So this may be 2025, and then the old one, all my magazine ones that I'm thinking of, and maybe not anything else. So any new starts would be out of here or out of a magazine. That may be it, because I really need to work on my whip count and get it down. But I keep starting. So I don't know yet. I need to work on those thoughts. So I'll let you go, sweet friends, and I wish you a good week, and comment. Let me know what you're stitching on. Are you having some September starts? Are you doing Sampler September? I have samplers I'll be working on in September, but I'm not going to dedicate one. I thought about it, but I decided not to, in favor of maybe getting the smaller stitches done. So that's all. So let me know what you're stitching on, what you're planning on, new starts, or finishes. That would be lovely so I can cheer you on. Yay. Happy dance on those finishes. Otherwise, have a great week, friends. I will see you next week, and I'll see you in the comments, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. If I can hit the button.